Oh, come join us here. My only guest tonight is one of the most successful men in, I guess, in the history of show business. I used to work for him. I don't know if he remembers that. He's, as you know, he's a comedian, a singer, a conductor, a nightclub performer, a television star, a terrific swimmer, and also a humanitarian. He has acted, directed, written, produced, starred in, rewritten, all kinds of things. He is able to do all of those things at once, too, which is remarkable. In Europe, he's an institution. People flock to see him in France and smash each other over the head to get tickets to his show and fight and love him. And he's been called the total filmmaker and a comic genius. And he has inexhaustible energy. He's an extraordinary man, Mr. Jerry Lewis. You can take him or leave him. Okay?
No, this is really I never knew that you worked in such a cozy place. This is terrific.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry you tripped coming in. Shall we do a retake of that?
I cannot seem to walk straight anymore.
I don't know what it is. Is it age? What could
probably,
it
be? Yeah, it's probably age.
No, you're all right, aren't you? I mean, you're sober.
Oh, other than prickly heat, I'm fine.
Yeah. It's good to see. Do you remember me at all? I mean...
Yeah, I stepped on you a couple of times.
No.
Of course I remember you.
No, you never stepped on me.
We had some marvelous times. We had a difficult time, and to have had the marvelous times we had through that difficult time, you don't forget that easy.
Both marvelous and difficult.
Yeah.
That's funny. It was a long time. I used to do it. I don't know if you ever saw me do this. I used to joke about you. I used to say that I wrote it for your show. When I started doing a stand-up act. How did this go now? Oh, I know. And I said, I referred to that show, and the old show you did. And I said, remember how you used to come out on stage and say, when you do a joke and then you didn't have anything to say, you'd go, I wrote that. And there was a big laugh there. I used to take credit for that, but I didn't. They knew it was a joke. No one could.
It's pretty chilly out there alone, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Why is that? What is that fear that goes through us when we stand out there on the stage and feel it?
Well, anybody that wants to go out and show off, which is what we do, it starts with, I think it starts with, what are we doing once we get there?
A grown person.
Yeah, it's special. You have to have a great drive, a great need to do it. I think that Freud once said that performers walk out on the stage because they were in the lack of parental care and guidance, and they're looking for many moms and dads to say, marvelous, my child. I don't know about Freud. I like to think that I'm fairly normal without any of that.
No one ever suggested you weren't, I don't think.
Never.
That is a cliche, isn't it, about performers, though? And they often apply it to you. I mean, you're sort of an American type, a kid who came up with, not wealthy beginnings and worked your way up.
I'm a Jewish dartboard. That's what I am.
A dartboard?
Yes.
For who? For
whoever wants to take shots.
Yeah.
Let's get the tall super Jew. We'll give him a shot this week.
No, but well, you're going off into another area here. But just that one thing.
Well, you have something against my people, Dick?
No, it isn't that at all. But do you see yourself as that? I mean, do you see yourself as this kid who goes out in the spotlight looking for love and all that?
No. And I don't see myself as a target, literally. I see people that do comedy as a target, yes. And I think it's unfair. I think there are tremendous misnomers with doing comedy. People, not the people. The playing people, they take you for what you do. You perform and you give them pleasure, they're going to react and respond. But I think that the critic and the behind the scenes, the know-it-all administration, I meant no harm. I think that they put a label on performers, and particularly people who do comedy. And I think that it's a label that's kind of unfair. And an unjust label. Why they do that, I really have never been able to figure it out, unless they have some fear of people who do comedy. Because people who do comedy seem to be very free and have a total abandon, and they might fear being attacked by that, as opposed to watching a great performer like Marion Mercer or a singer, Ella Fitzgerald, who will do just what they do, and they will not in any way put an audience in a mood of intimidation.
That's
or
interesting.
They will not threaten the audience.
Threat in comedy. I don't know what, yeah.
I've never been able to get the
that is.
answer, at least being as introspective as I try to be. I really have not got the answer. But I will.
Did you hear sirens, or was it just me as we were talking?
I heard them.
Yeah.
They built the theater beautifully for slides.
I've noticed that. We'll be back with our slides of the Holland Tulip Festival after this message. An analyst once wrote that a man reveals a great deal about himself by the way he lights a cigarette or the way he handles it. Would you just light that in the normal way you would and let us analyze you?
I won't have to cut them again. Now, how would you analyze that, Dick?
I guess that you spent a great deal of your early years in a zoo or something. I have no idea. Yes,
Did somebody really say that they could tell how someone lights a cigarette?
Yeah, well, that's sure. All that idea of body language, gestures, the way people cross or uncross their legs, or how they light a cigarette, that you can tell a great deal about them and upbringing and whatever. I don't know. Do you believe that in body language at all? Do you reveal anything about yourself by the way you move, sit, stand, or sip a glass of wine, or take?
I know I get a chill when I have to go to the toidy. Does that mean anything?
Let's see.
Doesn't that happen to everyone?
It depends on the heating in the establishment that you
Right.
happen to be. Have you ever revealed that before, or is that a first?
Oh, that's a first.
That's terrific. That tells me a lot.
Let me just show you how it works.
I'm afraid to ask you to.
No.